Hello, hi everybody. Welcome to our new edition of Tech Talk with Carol. And today we have Suman from DHL eCommerce. So previous episode we had Alvin from DHL Express. So this time around, if you want to have a affordable options to send your e-commerce parcel to all over the world, and the current provider is not the current provider, our national carrier post is not uh, is not in business because they halted all the flights. So this is an alternative solution for you, which is called DHL e-commerce. So you'll see them very prominent now over the marketplaces. You will see them making local deliveries over in Klang Valley, and I've used them before, but that was back in 2005, 2006 when they were called DHL Global Services. So what we do is we, instead of using our normal national national carrier, national post service, and then we use DHL, the same service. They use the same fleet, but it's a little bit delay, not as express, but it's like a normal post, but serviced by DHL. So you get a little bit of tracking. You can do registered posts as well. So a lot of you out there are struggling with you're not able to open up or resume your international selling platform accounts, such as your Amazon, your Etsy, your eBay, because the Post Malaysia, now you know it's Post Malaysia. Just now I was saying the national courier. The Post Malaysia service is halted due to no flights going out from here to your destination country. Especially most of you goes into America, the Europe, and also to Australia. So here we have the growth of DHL e-commerce has been tremendously positive. I've seen them grow, and I've seen them improve their services way beyond when they were more than 15 years ago that I know them. So here, let me remove my pin. I invited Suman to share a little bit to introduce you how DHL e-commerce work. What's the difference between the express and also the DHL e-commerce services? So you'll see a little bit of difference. I will let Suman pin. Let me remove my pin and have here with Suman. Suman, unmute yourself. Okay, good.
Okay, Kat.
Welcome to the private recording, the private show, one to one with me. Do the floor is yours. Do introduce yourself. What is your role in DHL e-commerce, and after that you can share your slides over. Okay.
Thank you very much, Carol, for this opportunity and very nice introduction indeed in terms of what the DHL e-commerce is about, and then you've been earlier customer as well. So my name is Sumanth Kota. I look after the commercial and sales function for DHL e-commerce Malaysia, and also look after the pricing function for Southeast Asia markets for DHL e-commerce solutions. I've been with DHL family for about 17 years now, working in DHL Express before and yet e-commerce. So clearly can differentiate between what these two divisions can offer to as a different position to the market and for customers. So it's and based on the needs of the customer. I'm very pleased to share information about what we do so that we get better understanding on where we are positioned in the market and what do we do for customers, especially when it comes to the cross-border business. Domestic, yes, I think we've been here for about for 3.5 years, 4 years now, but cross-border we've been here for much before. Under the different name, it used to be called as Global Mail, which is now called as DHL E-commerce Solutions. So let me just start sharing my slides, Carol.
Ken. I can see. Just have to project to projector now. Okay. Okay. Continue.
Great. Right. So getting straight into the group, Deutsche Post DHL, the parent group of DHL family. We are the new division of DHL family under the name of DHL E-commerce Solutions, present in Asia, Europe, Americas, and different countries across the globe, focusing both on domestic and cross-border business. The cross-border business is focused on both the postal, which is the Deutsche Post parent group German post office solutions, and also certain hybrid products which take care of clients' requirement. We see more and more that coming up in the market these days. And keeping that in view, we launched certain products which can take care of these as well. Other divisions, the most popular one, I think you already know, DHL Express, and other divisions, Global Forwarding, which does the freight and sea freight and air freight movement, Supply Chain, which does the warehousing and logistics activities, and Post Parcel in Germany, which is the parent or the flagship company of Deutsche Post Group. Where do we stand in the market, or where do we stand in terms of our product offering to the market? So this slide tells it all. Domestic market, we focus on a shorter transit time. Within 3 days, most of the deliveries will happen. In terms of cross-border business, the range can be from 4 days and goes up all the way to 12 to 14 days. Now, this is during the normal times, and in the current situation that we are in, with flight connectivity being limited and the movement of from different ports, I think also, and also the last mile deliveries in the different post offices across the globe are also going through the same challenges. So the transit times are slightly longer now. However, it doesn't take away from the fact that this is a good alternative for customers who are looking at a slower option, but a reliable brand backing it up in terms of the overall delivery process. And other divisions of DHL, forwarding does the major part of it, which is the freight business, and DHL Express focuses on faster transit time and goes up to even heavier weight breaks. In postal solutions, we have 3 different kind of products that we offer to the market. What we call it as Packet, which is the postal product, which is the untracked product. Packet Plus, which is the tracked product of the postal equivalent service, and the Parcel International Direct. This is the hybrid product I was talking to you a few minutes back. And I'll probably touch upon a bit more on how this works and what are the benefits between these 2 products in the subsequent slides. So being Deutsche Post being in the part of the global UPU, the postal union, we are categorized as the category 1 post office. So hence you would find that compared to other post offices which are in regional in Southeast Asian markets, you would find that the general pricing for these for postal products is at a premium level, because that's how the postal system works. When it comes to Parcel Direct, it's a hybrid product, and it's faster than the postal services, but not comparable to an express service. But this is a good alternative for customers to look at. So what are these products that we offer to the market? So Packet, let me touch upon a bit more in detail in each of these products and where do they position. Now, suppose if you have extremely lightweight, low value, and for the products that we don't really need tracking, then Packet International or DHL Packet International is the best product for that. It covers almost all the countries in the globe wherever there's a post office and where we can go and deliver. And the weight restrictions are up to 2 kgs here. And all these features typically follow the standard postal restrictions in terms of weight, the dimensions, etc. will follow the postal guidelines and regulations. The transit times in the past, during the pandemic, started hitting the globe. The transit times usually used to be between 8 to 14 days. That's been the average range that we've seen from most of the countries. Some countries, remote countries, and longer countries in Africa might take slightly longer, but average transit times are about 8 to 14 days. This product provides the origin tracking. That means it gives you a confirmation that you have, as a customer, handed over this product to DHL, and then we take care from there. The clearance goes to the standard postal clearance, and duties and taxes are paid by the receiver. And the final mile delivery is done by the local service provider. Because this product is not trackable, there is no compensation being offered to this service, and this is a standard postal way of managing the compensation as well in case of any loss in the transit. Coming to Packet Plus, this is the slightly more reliable product compared to Packet International, because it does provide track events. And why I mentioned this as partial track events, because not all destination countries provide the full tracking. So, but majority of all the developed countries do provide tracking events, so we're able to give back these tracking events to the clients. And we've seen the reliability of these tracking events is at least 90% plus in terms of all the developed countries that provide the tracking back to us. Now, where does this product fit in? Now, this is good for lightweight items, which does require tracking, and where the customers do insist that they need tracking of the parcel, and that fits in very well. The only difference between Packet and Packet Plus is the tracking feature. The rest, everything, when it comes to the way the product, the dimensions, the way it is being cleared in destination, everything remains same. Even the network that is delivering the parcels, both these remain the same. There's no difference between which network is delivering this parcel in the last mile.
Pricing is
And
also same, Suman, or a
uh,
little bit premium?
yeah, always an interesting one to answer, being a pricing guy as well. So pricing is different, Carol,
Okay.
because it has an extra tracking to it.
Okay.
So just how the a postal registered and postal non-registered product work. So registered
Oh,
product always
okay.
comes at a slightly higher price. So Packet Plus comes with a, registered fee. So
Registered.
we don't,
Ah, okay.
yeah, so we don't call it registered fees separately, but it is an inbuilt cost into it, and the
Okay.
pricing is done accordingly. So you would find the price being different as well compared to Packet International.
Understood.
In case of any loss of a product during the transit, there is a compensation. There's a standard compensation that we offer on this product.
Okay.
Right. So that's about the postal setup of the product. Along with this, we also have the documents, which the traditional mailing product that is also available. That follows the same packet international kind of features, providing origin tracking kind of an option. But usually, if you have and documents as a business is being cross-border from a cross-border point of view has been slowing down. But if there are customers wanting to use this, I think we do have this option to be given to them. Now, coming to the Parcel International Direct, and this is the most exciting product when it comes to providing as an alternative to the fastest services being offered in the market. The reason for that is because this product, it acts as a direct injection. So, for example, if you are sending into US, a traditional postal product, Packet and Packet Plus, will go through one or two gateways or one or two different entry points, or touch points, what we call it as processing centers across the globe before it reaches the final destination. Whereas Parcel Direct is a service which has a direct entry. So once the parcel has been processed here, it directly gets into the destination country. For example, US, we pick up a parcel today, it gets connected to the airline and directly gets into US for onward forwarding and delivery. Now that this product is more reliable compared to a Packet Plus for the reason that it provides a full tracking. So the last mile product that we take from the service providers give us this flexibility of offering a full tracking, and reliability is definitely higher. It's about 98% plus kind of reliability when it comes to the full tracking features. Now this goes through the commercial clearance. This is typically how a B2C kind of clearance would work. And duties and taxes for such products, different countries have different restrictions and limitations when it comes to the product value that can be imported as duty free. If the product is duty free, then it's a straightforward delivery and nothing much to be collected from the end consumer. But if there are duties and taxes attracted, for example, if you're sending a product into USA and it is costing more than $1,000, which is a very rare case that such a high value product comes into a product which is delayed transit time, because customers do want it really fast. So hence you would find products which are in the range of $50 to $200 being used in this used for the service as well. Now, other differences that you could find here is the weight itself. So we can carry up to 20 kilos on the service, and the dimension of the boxes. Let's say you want to pack these into a boxes of larger dimensions, that are also possible. So up to about 120, 60 and 60 centimeters the maximum that we can carry against these boxes. And usually I think most of the e-commerce shipments do come in this dimensions as well. So it fits in very well. And the best part is the transit time, which is much faster than the postal services and much more reliable when it comes to traffic. And the local delivery partners are very partners. So being e-commerce solutions, we have the flexibility of tying up with multiple range of partners in the last mile, be it postal services or it could be even a private local specialist who are there in their respective countries. And this product also offers a standard compensation, just like how Packet Plus offers in the market.
This is something new because I was experiencing your first two products, which is the DHL Packet International and the DHL Packet Plus, the registered one. And that was the only two. And we were struggling, that was back in 15 years ago, because the weightage is up to 2 kilo. So when we want to go to above 2 kilo, the services was not available that time with the Global Mail, and we were forced to use other courier service or forced to use the express service.
Right, Karen. I think you brought in a very valid point, and seeing the need of where I think because the postals do have restrictions, the postal services do have restrictions in terms of weight and the transit times are longer. So we introduced this product into the network, and you really surprised to see that this product is picked up really well. When we started in 2018, this used to be a very small share of business for us, and at about maybe 2 to 3%. As we speak today, we are this product is contributing almost to 40% of what we do as a total volume.
Wow,
So it's been a huge change from
very
customers' point
good.
of view, and the
Okay.
customers are seeing big benefit in getting direct transit, and especially during these challenging times where we did not suspend the services. Any of these products, if you notice, none of these products were suspended for service. There would have been some countries in packet and packet place we had to suspend because of local postal restrictions.
Mm.
Otherwise, like we keep saying to the customers, we are ensuring connectivity, and that's been our biggest say to the market when we engage with the customers.
So the prices, the rates for DHL Parcel International, the direct one, will be a lesser premium compared to the express one lah. Because express is up to 3 days or 3 days lah. But this one is 5 to 8 days arrival.
Correct. So I would say they would be definitely competitive to the product category which the customers are choosing.
Mm.
If you do have, let's say, a low weight kind of an item, let's say a half a kilo, 1 kilo kind of items, which usually happens with most of the e-commerce, I think shipments are less than 1.5 kilos from what we understand
Yep.
across the globe, not just domestic, even across the globe. So keeping that in view, I think we see that this product fits in very well into that and giving an alternative option. So if a customers don't mind longer transit times and the receiver is not in a hurry, I think this is a good product as an alternative that the customers can choose.
Excellent.
All right. Moving ahead, I mean, I'll just quickly also take you through how a customer would experience when they start preparing labels. So this is how they would see a packet plus label. And being a postal product, there is something called a CN22 customs declaration form, which actually gets printed along with the label itself. The customer doesn't need to do anything more. Whatever information they fill in at the time of preparing the label is prepared in the backend, and by the time parcel comes to a hub, these parcels are relabeled and the final mile label looks like the way that's shown here right now. And it does provide the last mile provider's tracking number as well, just in case the customers want to provide the receivers the actual tracking number that we use of the end last mile provider, be it let's say USPS of US or let's say Aussie Post of Australia. So they get the last mile tracking number of the post office there as well. So they want to track in the local tracking as well. Parcel Direct, again, a simplified label where we provide what we call it as PLT, is just the internal code that we use. It's again a simplified label where the last mile label or the final mile label is already printed and sent from here directly. Being a commercial product, the backend information that we use to file in customs for the commercial activities in the destination post offices. So the customers do declare the value of the items, and those items are those declaration of information, be it the product content or be it the value of the product that is used for custom clearance and destinations. Okay, so this is how a typical tracking would look like for a customer when they are tracking their parcels for Packet Plus and Parcel Direct. So you would notice that a Packet Plus would go to multiple locations from here, from Kuala Lumpur, it's going into Singapore is the transit hub for us. And from Singapore, it goes into Germany. And from Germany, it goes into US. This is an example of a Packet Plus going to US. Whereas Parcel Direct, we pick up from here, it straight away gets into destination US. And from there, it goes to the standard commercial clearance or a B2C clearance, and then into the last mile for delivery. So it's faster and direct entry into destination countries. Okay, so but how does the customer prepare labels? How do they engage with us? How do they start looking at how the shipments are being managed and how they and what is the tracking state of each of these parcels? So this is where I think the host of options that DHL e-commerce can offer clients. The most popular one that we have is the DHL AP portal, where customer gets a login ID on DHL portal. They can create labels, they can create reports out of this platform, and they can manage their own dashboards by creating reports on a scheduled basis. And it is also the platform where they can actually track the parcels and also engage with our customer service team in case of any follow-up to be done. So there is an option that they can go and do a live chat with the CS agent, the customer service agent, the backend team managing the request from customers. Apart from this, the second option is the third-party vendors. Let's, for example, customers are integrated through their platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento kind of platforms who offer these third-party solutions for their shipping options, and as well as the order management systems from some other vendors as well. So these vendors are also integrated with. I've just given only a sample of few, but we have quite a few integrations done with the third-party vendors, and any customer using these services of these third-party vendors can straight away start preparing DHL labels and then print and send out from their offices. The last one is the API. So customers who do have the IT setup in place, medium to large customers who've spent building up their platform, etc. I think having their own websites and would like to have an integration with DHL. Yes, that's an option that we also provide, and we are integrated with the marketplaces like eBay and Amazon across the globe, and the clients can use these platforms to directly send their shipments across the globe. So coming a bit more into the DHL Customer Portal, like I mentioned about a few features, you can prepare the final mile label. You can print at one go. You can actually, in fact, process about 1,000 shipments at one go. You can customize reports, and it provides an end-to-end tracking visibility. We do have a demo, Carol. Maybe I think I'll share this for you to maybe share with the customers as well. And we have a YouTube video which explains step by step on how to use and how to create and how to manage the overall platform. And what we also do is it's not just about demo. We have our team, what we call them as customer integration team. They actually help the customers when initial onboarding is being done. Once the customer agrees to start shipping with us, so this team starts engaging with them, trying to clear out all doubts in terms of how to prepare a label, what information has to be fed into the system, and how do they request to pick up, and how do they track and also start preparing reports. So this team actually does the work of helping the customers during the onboarding process, or anything that they would need as a help later once if they have any trouble with the system. API, if the customer has a requirement of API, we provide a testing environment for them to check if everything is going fine before they go live. And we have information that we push back for tracking events, depending on what kind of integration that we use. We provide the tracking event information back to the customers, and it also provides an option for requesting a pickup in the API interface itself. So APIs typically are shipment preparation, pickup, and tracking API. There are 3 APIs that we provide to clients for them to start using. Okay, so coming to very specific in terms of how do we make this integration a bit more easier for clients. So assuming a customer has placed their products on eBay, so customer has 2 options. In fact, they have 3 options. The first option that I discussed with you was the AP portal option, where they could go download all this information of their orders, prepare them in the AP portal, and start printing those labels. What we've also done with eBay is that we've integrated directly with them, where a customer can use the same AP portal login, and they can also enable their feature of eBay services. Now, I'll get a bit more into detail on this, because we find this feature quite useful for merchants who are using eBay services right now, because this was done at a regional level integration with eBay, and we find it quite useful for eBay merchants as well. An existing customer of ours currently, let's say, may not be selling on eBay, and if they start selling on eBay, all they can do is they can go into this particular tab that they have in account setting. They can manage accounts. Once they click manage accounts, it takes them to adding a channel. Now, right now we have eBay as an option and Amazon as an option. and other platforms are being developed based on the need of the integrations that the clients ask for. So once the eBay option is selected, usually I think the marketplaces provide each customer with an ID, and that once the ID is entered and submitted at the back end, I think this interfaces back to the eBay system, and the customer is ready to use the services. The best part about this integration is that for smaller customers or medium to large smaller customers who are dependent completely on systems like AP Portal and do not have the API interest, I think this is the best option for them, where they don't need to go out of AP Portal, DHL AP Portal. All they can do is they can synchronize this eBay account into their AP Portal, and they can directly get these orders pulled from eBay directly into this into AP Portal, making it much more easier and seamless for them. So back to this slide on how the integration will work. So I was in the previous slide, I was sharing with you there are multiple shipping softwares which provide services. So we are integrated with both the shipping softwares and web softwares like WooCommerce, Shopify, Magento, and as well as eBay CPaaS. So eBay also provides certain services to specialized, special category customers. They call it as. I think they have they enable these services to a certain set of customers. We are integrated through the CPaaS activity as well. Along with this, the other 3PV plugins that enable the customers to ship easily and seamlessly, and also track their parcels. All right, coming to our customer service. So while a customer prepares the shipments, gets the pickup organized, everything online, I think nothing that they need to really reach out to our customer service. So the AP portal is a one-stop solution for them, right from preparing labels to maintaining records of what happened on the tracking of information of the parcels, and also reaching out to the customer service. They don't need to really pick up a phone to call. They can definitely call because the DHL e-commerce provides the option of customer service where the customers can call in as well, along with other options like emails and chats, live chat. So we have an option where the customer can go on AP portal and chat with an agent directly, so they can get a response back on their status of the parcels or any other query that they may have. And other feature that we launched for reaching out to customer service is also the Facebook Messenger. So if customers have query and they would like to reach out to us through another channel, they just need to type their tracking number and ask the queries and what help they would need on that. So I think this has been one of the biggest features that we offer in the market, where we have a dedicated team managing the cross-border business for us. That team actually inquires, and they are the experts in terms of handling the queries in terms of the tracking status or any help that they would need to find out more about what happened to the parcel that the customers handed over. Okay, so why does customer need to look at DHL e-commerce? I think we've seen that we have a different set of products compared to the typical express options in the market. Other benefits, the overall benefits that you see here are the process is simple, right? So you just have one label, you don't need to do multiple things, and you have one system that can take care of it, which is AP Portal, and also which is also integrated with the marketplaces. The way the parcel has been handled is to postal clearance, and as well as the commercial clearance. We do provide the milestone tracking options with a very high reliability. And we have a dedicated team managing the backend, be it the salesperson who's managing the account or the customer service team who's managing from the backend and helping the customers. And the pricing is simple and straightforward, no additional charges that we would have. And if there are any duties and taxes applicable in destination country, which the consignee or the shipper will have to bear, which is as per the law of the land there. The postage that we charge is based on the actual weight of the parcel. We do have options like drop off in our parcel shops, or what we call the partner stores, where the customers can go and drop off in our hubs actually. So in fact, we have about 42 different depots across the country where the customers can walk in and drop off these international parcels. Otherwise, they can also have the option of picking up, which they can request through AP Portal request once they prepare the parcels. And in terms of any compensation when it comes to any losses, which does happen in a network across the globe, and that is also provided for certain products. So that's how we are positioned on cross-border overall and what we can offer to the market. And this is where they can reach us. This is where the customers can reach us, be it a hotline that we provide to customers can reach out and call, the email option where they can talk, where they can write to us with their queries. There are FAQs listed on what do we do, what kind of products we offer, and which can be found in this link. Live chat, any queries that they would have on a parcel, they could chat with an agent who would respond back immediately. And parcel tracking, the AV portal provides reports, automatic reports, where they can go and directly check from there, or they could go on an individual parcel and track it this particular link. And on a Facebook Messenger, if they would like to chat with us, there's a link provided here.
Wow, so
So,
many
so
ways of
that's where we
getting
are
in touch
cross
with you
border.
all. So many
Yes,
ways
Carol.
of getting in touch with you all. Previously, there's no such thing of getting in touch with you all this way. It's only on emails only. That was 15 years ago lah.
Right. I think things have changed, Carol. I think we are listening to what customers are saying, and we find social touch points are very important, and customers want to reach out to us different ways. And in fact, there is a demand for us to look at even WhatsApp kind of a communication, which we are also testing. If that works out, I think then customers can reach out to a dedicated WhatsApp team later, but not for now. But that's something that we can look out for.
Just now, Suman, sorry to interrupt you. You were saying when there is a local pickup, that local pickup is for local pickup to send to both international and local delivery as well.
Yes, it's a common theme, Carol. So there is no difference between our domestic and cross-border team. It's the
Okay.
same team which is picking up the parcels. So if a customer has both businesses, domestic
Mm,
and cross-border,
mm.
they can request a pickup, and the pickup would be done by our team there.
Okay. So, is there any minimum parcels that you recommend for, let's say, a home user like me who would like to engage your service? What is the amount of parcels that I have in my house you will come and pick up?
Right. So I think for cross-border, because we've also given an option for the customers to drop off at the depot, because that also gives the convenience. For cross-border pickup, we do have a minimum criteria about 5 parcels, Carol. But
Local?
that's something we would like. Yeah, local we have 10 parcels
Okay.
minimum as a pickup. But cross-border we have about 5 parcels of minimum as a pickup.
Where is your
Hence, I think
drop-off
to give.
points? Who is your drop-off points? Your partners?
Right. Yeah, so we have our own depots because cross-border is a product which needs a bit more of checks and balances, unlike the domestic product, because there's a lot of air transport being used. So right now, the drop-off points that we have for cross-border is only at our depots or our processing centers in the last mile. There's about 42 right now, but we are expanding. I think that will be a higher number in future. But right now, the customers can drop off in the parcel shop, what we call as depots, not parcel shop, but we call them as depots. These are DHL direct depots. The clients can drop off. And moving forward, we will be exploring the options of dropping off in other partners that we would engage, because it will need a bit more training and care of in terms of handling these parcels, because cross-border needs a bit more checks and balances as well when it comes to receiving the parcels. So
I
hence,
I
right
I don't
now,
see
yeah,
any depots. What kind of depots are those? I only recognize your DHL, those small DHL branches and also mailbox, etc. Is that what you call it?
right. So mailbox etc. is a partner who does accept the domestic parcels for now.
Oh,
Our depots are the last mile one. So we do. I can share the link with you separately, so clients can look at these options of where they can get the drop off done, and they can
okay,
even call up the customer service if they need any help on which are the
okay,
drop points, which is the nearest drop point they can use for the
okay,
cross border drop off.
good.
We do provide the service of giving the address, which is the closest address to the business.
Yeah. Share me that link and then I'll put it onto the subtitles of our video later.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Good. So maintain this slide. Any more slides for you to share?
Yes. Just as a quick update, because we are here as well. So I think the clients who are also doing cross border may have domestic requirements as well. Just to give a quick update on domestic, I just have about 2 slides about on what we do on domestic. We're about 3.5 years in domestic here in the market. But with that, I think we're almost covering 100% of the West Malaysia coverage already, and about 61% in East Malaysia. But we're expanding to cover maximum East Malaysia. But this itself covers about almost 85% of the trade that happens between West and East Malaysia. And in terms of delivery capability, 87% of our postcodes within Peninsula we deliver next day. That's something I think is the biggest differentiator in the market, where we I think are delivering faster and reliable is what we focus on. And rest of West Malaysia we do about 2 to 3 days kind of a transit time. We make 2 attempts for delivery, and what we do, another big differentiator in the market for domestic services is that we send SMS notification in advance to customers, so that they are prepared, they know that the courier is coming, and they can interact with the courier as well, because the courier name is also given there in the contact number. And in case of any failed parcels, we do communicate back to the customers by sending them SMS and ask them to reschedule, or call up the customer service to reschedule their timelines, or maybe they can look at maybe options like self collect in future when once we launch the service as well. And we do handle up to 30 kilos per piece, but you can, if the customer has multiple boxes to be sent, that can also be handled as well. And in terms of both customer service and as well as the system support, like I was explaining in the cross-border setup, I think the system remains the same. So if a customer is integrated with us through an API, or customer wanting to use AP Portal, which is the most popular one, it's one system they can use both domestic and cross-border. They don't need to go out of the system. It's the same system that they can use, and same system that they can use to generate reports or interact with our customer service team. We have things like cash on delivery service, which is the very, I would say, one of the biggest differentiator in the market, because we remit money every day to the customers. The moment we deliver the parcel, we reconcile, and within a span of 2 to 3 days time, the money is being remitted back to the client, and that happens on a daily basis. We don't accumulate the money and send on a weekly or a monthly basis, because we believe cash is important for customers, and working capital plays a big role in terms of customers' operations as well. Multi shipments, especially for B2B kind of deliveries, where you need more number of boxes to be delivered to one location, that is also enabled, and we can accumulate the weight and charge them. Paper POD, again, if physical POD is something which is not so common in e-commerce, but the traditional business like the B2B deliveries that do require physical copy of the purchase, physical copy of the proof of delivery to be given back to them. That is also being offered in the market. Intended returns for clients who would want the parcel to be bought back for whatever reason, maybe because the client promised to give them 15-day return free or 30-day return free. In such cases, we go back and pick up from the consignees and then bring it back to the customer. Secure delivery, this is a new feature that we added for high value items or important documents, where a delivery is done only upon a confirmation of an SMS. The customer have to read out the OTP number when the courier goes and delivers. And on top of that, we offer the shipment value protection, which is an insurance option where the clients can choose this when they're preparing the label. Apart from the standard compensation that we provide, this will enable them to secure the parcel completely. So that's a quick overview, Carol, just to get an idea of what we do in domestic. So we are getting. I think there are more and more clients are choosing now in domestic services and cross border, and of course, I think that's something we've been in the market for quite a while, and we're only improving by adding new features and new products that will make the life of the B2C players and e-commerce players in Malaysia easier.
Amazing. There's so many add-on services I am noticing between what was when before that we first knew how what you guys do, and there was no local delivery that time, especially to Sabah and Sarawak. It was only main in Selangor. So I am impressed, and what do you call that? Looking at the achievement, how far has DHL e-commerce gone through? Well done. Well done. So go back to the contact slides. Where do they get the contacts later for them to engage to DHL team for them to come and get in touch with you all? So everybody, you can screenshot this or you can rewind the video and take a look at the links for you to come and get in touch with DHL e-commerce. I'll share you my experience. I told Suman and his team that I had an account before with Global Mail, DHL Global Mail, but that was long time ago. But my information was already purged because I never used these services already. And I asked Suman to get the team to get me restarted back again because I have to shut down my Etsy account, my eBay, and my Amazon account because I can't do business without. I can't use express service as well because my product value is less than 2 ringgit. So that's my product value. So with 2 ringgit, I won't be able to afford to use express, but I can afford to use the first service. What was the first service again, Suman? Parcel.
DHL Packet International, Carol, which does not have a tracking, like
Ah,
you just mentioned, as low value items. Yes.
okay. Yeah, low value items that you can replace many times if you get lost. So I use that a lot. But when it comes to a more valuable item, a higher valuable item, then I register the post. So you call it Packet Plus, was it just now? Packet Plus.
Yes. So these are the products.
Ah,
Yes, Carol. So packet plus. So if you want a typical postal kind of a service, and then you're okay to wait longer, but yet need a tracking information, then I think Packet Plus will feature there very well.
yeah, I used this before, and it was truly amazing that I can track. And when I was shipping my products, especially to the UK, and I use Royal Mail Post and do the tracking, the same tracking of the same number. So I managed to get that tracking done, using Packet Plus. I wasn't the new services of names that you have right now. It is new to me. That time it was just Global Mail registered or Global Mail, but that's it. Now it's a Packet Plus International. Thanks for sharing. So this year in can you unshare this now? Can you unshare this and then so that we can go unshare this screen view? Stop. Okay. So let me ask you this question before we sign off. During during the pandemic, and a lot of people now are doing a lot of e-commerce business. Did the DHL e-commerce business surge as well to serve more clients?
Yes, Carol, I think I would say it's a good problem to have, serving more clients. So, we did have a good number of customers wanting to use our services during this time, and the best part what is I think we didn't discontinue the services because even though there was challenging times,
Yeah.
what we tend to do was to keep the engine going. There were delays, of course, I think, but what we did was to keep the communication open with the customers. We proactively informed them about saying that the potential delays and then also updates in terms of, let's say, any particular country being closed down for some time. And then I think once things are back to normal, I think then it's business as usual for us. So line haul across the globe still remains the challenge, right? It's not the
Okay.
best. It's not gone back to the pre-pandemic level. So the transit times are longer, but I think it's much better than what it was in the month of, let's say, April or May. It was a real peak time when it comes to
Yeah.
the service quality in the ports.
Whew, that was tough. Thank you so much for sharing this. And everybody, I will edit this video and share the context again at the end credits, the credits later. And you can see this video over to my YouTube channel, and I will share this over to the Facebook groups in Go E-commerce and also in the Malaysia entrepreneurs and startups in Malaysia, led by Daniel Cervantes. So, Suman, I would like to ask you, what is your advice for people out there, especially business owners who have yet to explore DHL e-commerce yet? What is your advice? Your last word of tips of advice?
Right. I think if you're looking for a reliable and a trusted partner, both for international as well as the domestic services, right? DHL is a known brand in the market. I think, but at the same time, offering different services, both in domestic and the cross-border alternative options to the standard express options in the market. I think we're there to help you. And then as we keep adding more and more solutions and products, I'm sure we will enable your e-commerce journey in terms of helping deliver reliably.
Okay,
Right.
that's all we have this
So,
week, and hopefully
okay.
we'll find something new again for us to learn. Whether it's from DHL, whether it's from other courier service or other logistics fulfillment. And with this, I would like to bid you farewell. Stay safe and happy. Have a fruitful month this coming December, being our last month operating in a business, or whether it's work, whether it's school. Suman, thank you so much for your time. Good luck with your team and keep it
Thank
up.
you, Karan.
Very impressed at the new services that DHL e-commerce has come up with, and your growth is impressive, I would say. And we'll see you again. Hopefully that everyone who wants to engage DHL e-commerce, please come to the link, and then after that, we'll share over. They will share you the rates and all via your email once your application is already approved, because they need you to have some sort of an SSM registered. Is that right, Suman?
Yes, yeah, we do have the process of going through the SSN account. Customers have SSN documents. Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay lah. That's all. Let me stop the recording, and I will see you all in the next episode in a new edition of Tech Talk with Carol, and learn what's new. With this, I would like to bid you farewell. Take care, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, Karen.